You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who's down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who down with LCS?
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. I was just almost late to my own show. I was lurking over at the Mike and Madam show, or Madam and Mike. Well, it was Madam's stream, but Mike jumped on. And it kind of reminded me of a like a radio show, morning radio show, the Mike and Madam show or something. And then Trev was on too. So a lot of people sick in the community. So I hope everybody's feeling better. I know Fanboy Prime canceled his stream this morning. He's a little bit under the weather, or the family is. I know Philtastic Comics and Art is not going live this morning at 11. Him and the family are under the weather. So I think Tony mentioned Comiverse that he wasn't feeling well. So I hope everybody's feeling better on the mend. Kind of time of year, right? Kind of the lull after the holidays and New Year, and depending on where you live, some not so nice weather. So, but hope everybody is doing well. And thanks for hanging out with us. We got 14 people hanging out. So, and we're gonna, if you haven't noticed, we're gonna lean into the Godfather thing a little bit this year. We've switched up the logo and some of the color schemes on the channel. So we're gonna lean into that a little bit. Well, why not, right? Got some new stickers on order. New Godfather stickers. The logo that you see in the top corner. So have those on. Should have them in the next couple days. Got some new CBC, the 2024 CBC Awards stickers. So I'll be sending those out once I get them into, getting them out to some of the friends of the channel, and obviously the membership folks, which I really do appreciate. But let's check in with the chat. Lucretius is here. Way too early. Oh yeah, he dropped that message at 2:20 a.m. So, but then he came back at 7. So, Lucretius, appreciate you. Gene is here. Good morning, Gene. Gene is still waiting on a package from me. I sent a package to him at the beginning of December, and try to save some money on shipping. I used UPS has that kind of third-party international shipping, which is at a cheaper rate. But I think I sent it like December, the first week in December, and we're now the first week in January, and he's still yet to receive it. So I will not ever be using that service for international shipping again. So Gene, I apologize, but I think I did send another package to the Philippines one time using that same service, and it did eventually make it there. It just took a really long time. So I apologize. I will certainly use UPS going forward. So there's Tony. Good morning, Tony. Hope you're feeling better. I caught the tail end of the Madam show this morning, and she mentioned, you mentioned in the chat that you weren't feeling good. So hope you're feeling better. 23 here's 23 Mosh. Definitely go check out 23. Great artist, and does a weekly art giveaway. I think he has a 9 p.m. Eastern premiere every Saturday that you can go check out. Kind of lead into some of the Spine Ticks show at 11. You've got DAGR Cards, I think, does a premiere. There's a whole list. Somebody needs to put that together, like on Instagram or something, kind of that Saturday night lineup leading up to Spine Ticks. And I know there's like an after party. I'm not familiar with everything that goes on, but I've heard about it. And I usually get maybe a half hour into Spine Ticks, and then I go to bed. I can't stay up that late anymore. So, but yeah, so somebody should post that information so we know what the deal is. We can share it out. Just Your Average Geeks, Dave. Good morning. Appreciate you being here. You was checking out some of my content, dropping some comments on it. Appreciate that. Shop is here, the creator of the Shopverse. Shop, appreciate everything that you do. There's been some great. You've been doing some like covers with some of the Shopverse characters. 22 comics. I saw the Gambit one. What was the other one I saw? Anyway, some great stuff. And mentioning 22 is on the road to 750 subscribers. He's got a giveaway video out. So if you're not subbed up to him, go check him out, or at least if you are, go share it so we can get him to 750. Joe is here. Good morning, Joe. Joe from sunny Florida. He just traveled down from the Northeast down to Florida. So Joe, and Joe just had a birthday too. So happy birthday, Joe. We have, so next week is my birthday, January 11th, my birthday, Derrz's birthday, and William from the Nerdy Weds. It's his birthday as well. So we're going to do a little birthday stream on next Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I think we're going to host it over on Derrz's channel. Just Derrz is trying to build up some watch hours on his channel, so we definitely want to support that, and we'll host over there. We'll do a little birthday stream. I'm not really sure what we'll have planned. Kind of just to hang out. On my birthday, I should be getting gifts, but I'm sure we'll probably be doing a giveaway or two. So, yes, I need to get in contact with her. She's very popular. The redhead. She seems to be the chat favorite. So, Bleeker's here. Good morning, Bleeker. Bleeker just hit 500 sub milestone. I think he's good to go to monetize, which is really good. There's some different requirements now. I think it's 5,000 subs, 3,000 watch hours, and I think Bleeker just hit that. So congrats. I know TM Nerdy just hit 1,000 subs last night, so congrats to him. Great. It's good to see everybody hitting these milestones. So, I think the biggest advice that I learned, that I heard from Fred Hall, was everybody runs their own race, right? So don't get caught up comparing yourself to others. Everybody does things a little bit differently, shorts, videos, lives, whatever. You just kind of run your race and not focus on yourself and your channel. And, I think those things will come. And we're seeing that, right? We're seeing channels hit certain milestones. And I think monetization is a goal for most people. And I'm going to be a full year monetized in, I think it's April. I think that's when I became monetized last year. So I'm going to kind of do a review of that. I think it's interesting. People probably want to know a little bit about, can you make, what kind of money can you make from the ads and those type of things. So I'm definitely going to be doing a video of that in the future. Jimmy G is here. Good morning. Jimmy, I'm not sure if you caught it, if you were here when we released the LCS dancers, but just in case, when Jimmy shows up, we dance again.
You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who's down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who down with LCS?
So Jimmy, for you and Woof Woof, hope all is well with you. Frog is here, Frog Brawler. Frog Brawler got into it too. I saw some pictures on Instagram. Little banged up foot. He was kicking the neighbor in the ass after all the fireworks New Year's Eve. So, Frog, hope you're healing up. And the neighbor situation has calmed down, I hope. Ryan's here. Good morning, Ryan. Appreciate you being here. Catching up on the chat. Kenneth is here. Good morning, Kenneth. Big community supporter, Kenneth. Appreciate you being here. Dr. Von Hoot. Good morning, evening or afternoon for you probably, but appreciate you being here. Wellbore is here. Good morning, Wellbore. Son of a Bruce. Chris, our Canadian friends, Wellbore and Son of Bruce, back to back. Son of Bruce actually is the Retro Rocket comic shop owner. It's the shop that Chris, the comic vet, frequents for his books. So appreciate you being here. Let's see, Tony. Oh, wow. Chris, so you haven't been feeling good since Christmas Eve. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I hate when, being sick just is never fun, but when it lingers like that look, you're at what, 10 days? Or yeah, that's never fun. Never fun. Uncanny's here, part of the Spine Ticks crew. The Saturday night lineup. Uncanny, appreciate you being here. Rich is here. Comic Cap Collectibles, appreciate you being here. And Comic Cap just did a great video on a kind of a pressing and a cleaning of a Silver Age Daredevil book. Definitely go check that out. Definitely interesting. It's always interesting to me to see the different techniques that people use. My wife does a bunch of craft stuff. She has a Cricut printer that allows you to do some iron-on stuff and some vinyl stuff and a lot of different craft type stuff. And she is talking about wanting to do some T-shirt stuff. So I'm like, well, we should get a full press. A T-shirt press is what most of pressing is done for comic books. So it can kind of be a dual purpose. I can mess around a little bit with pressing if I want to do that. But then she could do some of her craft T-shirt stuff. So we may be doing that in the near future. Yeah. I figured I'd switch it up, right? I mean, April will be my third year on YouTube doing stuff, and I figured on a kind of a yearly basis, maybe refresh it, kind of come up with kind of a new look and feel for the channel, just to kind of keep it fresh, and be able to have like some new stickers and things like that to be able to share with everybody. So I think I'm going to continue that. So, but we'll see. I definitely have some new clips and things that we plan to use for live shows and things like that. So we'll see how it goes. Bobby's here. Good morning, Bobby. Let's see. Make sure Madam is here off her stream from this morning. And Madam was the winner of the monthly chat giveaway, big stack of books. Sent that out yesterday. And the membership giveaways were IzzyVerse, Rob Fatstacks, and Joshua Anderson. I sent those out yesterday too. So they'll, I think I sent them all priority mail. So you should have them probably early next week, Monday, Tuesday, hopefully. There's Mike off his live stream with Madam and Trev this morning. And there's Trev. Yeah, that was a fun hangout. The fact that we didn't have some of the other things, no Fanboy Prime this morning. So that was good. And David, the Uncanny D-Man went live really early too. I missed it. By the time I woke up, it was already over, but he did a live stream this morning. I don't even know what time that started. Probably, I don't know if it was 6 or 7 Eastern for me. I was still in bed. Saturday's usually the day I sleep in. Let's see. Everybody's saying good morning to everybody. Okay, 10 p.m. All right, so that 23's got his premiere at 10 p.m. Eastern. All right, good stuff. So definitely go check that out because, like I said, you got a chance to add a giveaway of some of 23's original art, which is fantastic. So you definitely want to go watch that and get in on that. Psychedelic Paul, good morning. Appreciate you being here. So, like I mentioned, we're going to be doing a birthday stream with Derrz and William from Nerdy Weds on Thursday evening. I think we're kicking off at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So I'm not going to have a live show next Saturday. We're gonna take the weekend off, birthday weekend, celebrate the birthday, and plus we've got a local comic show, comic and toy show next weekend. So I want to go hit that because it opens up at 10 a.m. on Saturday. So I'm going to go do that, spend my birthday weekend digging through some books. And according to the advertisement, 20,000 comics from the vault for only $1. So $20,000 books. So I definitely want to have ample time to dig through that. So no Breakfast with Brian next Saturday, but we'll be back the following Saturday. So got to take a day off and go hunt some comics in the wild. So Mon is here. Good morning, Mon. Appreciate you being here. Brandon. C-Bizzle's here. Good morning. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. I think, no, I'm still way behind. Wishing Joe a happy birthday. Yeah, a lot of birthdays in January. We have a lot of birthdays for the family in January. My wife's birthday, my birthday, my mother-in-law, brother-in-law. Gene Malo too, right? The 26th, I think. That was my dad's birthday. Dad is, since passed, but that was his birthday. And my niece is expecting a baby to be born this month. So we'll have another January birthday added to the mix. So pretty good. Yeah, January's I guess if you do the math, right, you go back January, you're in the March, April timeframe. So a lot of people had some spring fever back in the day, I guess, that landed on some January birthdays. So yeah, let's see, scrolling. We've got a bunch of stuff to get to. We've got our duck to give out for the end of the month giveaway. We've got our we'll give away one in the chat live today as well. I've got some books to show off. I've been catching up on some reading. We've got some of the membership stuff I'm building for this month, giveaway for this month as well. So bunch of different stuff. Brad is here. Good morning, Brad. Appreciate you being here. My comic friend and real estate agent who helped us navigate the move from New York down to South Carolina. So Brad, appreciate that. We got to get together. We got to block some time. I don't know. Maybe if you're up next weekend, maybe Saturday, you head over to Chris's vault. I'm gonna hit that. So let's see. Smash that like button. Thank you. Appreciate that, C Bizzle. Let's see. There he is, Mr. Derrz. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I took advantage. There was a bunch of, I don't know if it was Christmas or end of year, New Year's sales. So I was able to pick up, like a batch of 100 stickers for like $25. So through, I think it was Sticky Brand. I mean, they all run deals. That's when you have to buy them. Sticky Brand, Sticker Mule. There's a bunch of them that run sales constantly. And so when you see one, you got to jump on it because you can save a ton of money. So, my comics closet. Good morning. Appreciate you being here. Yes. Yeah, definitely. I'm planning on it. So yeah, we'll definitely have to get together for that. I did get to, so last weekend I took a ride out after, I think I mentioned it. I took a ride to catch up with Tylux the Mighty last Saturday. I actually bought a short box of books from him. And he's doing well. He's kind of just on a break from YouTube right now. He's working some extra hours trying to save up some money. He ran into some problems with his car, like $1,500 worth of repairs. So, but he's doing well. And he said he'd be back eventually, but he was just looking to unload some books to raise some cash. And so I went and picked up a short box of Spider-Man books. So I've got to show that off at some point. I got to get a video made of that. I think I did see. I don't know if it was on Instagram. I saw something about that. Some type of Star Wars, dancing girl show. Yeah, I think I did see that. I do remember that. Oh, let's see. Just making sure I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Still trying to get to the bottom of it. I feel like Seth on a Saturday night trying to hit everybody in the chat. He's always got to jump in chat over there. We got 30 people hanging around us. Appreciate it. Cody's here. Good morning, Cody. Where'd you get that? I know I've got one of Cody's videos. Think the top 5 pickups for 2023 in my queue to watch. So definitely need to go check that out. Will is here. Good morning, Will. Appreciate you being here. Will's been spending some time playing the Spider-Man 2 game. I haven't caught it. I've seen it pop up in my feed, but I haven't watched it. I got a couple hours into that game. I got to get back to it. I just maybe that's what I'll do for my birthday. Maybe I'll just play some Spider-Man. But I think we're caught up finally. I think we got everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody hanging out. And if I missed you, I'm sorry. I will try to highlight you if I haven't already. Well, I was hoping that maybe CatFan would join us because we're going to give the Ducks another week off. We gave them the most of the month of December off. Give them a little break because they work really hard. So I wanted to, for everybody who left the hashtag in a comment on last week's video, we're going to give away our first winner of the month to be added to the end of the month list. So, CatFan, I don't think has ever won. So we wanted to. I brought out the cats this morning to race, and CatFan. So we've got Ryan Riley, we've got Philtastic, Kenneth Bird, Gene Malo, Adventurous Joe, Wellbore, CatFan Comicsman, Collecting with Derrz, and Lucretius. So let's see who gets the first of the new year. Win here, but we'll see. Let's see. Nobody really taking a lead here. Maybe Gene, maybe Wellbore. Ryan Riley's dropping back. Yep, Ryan Riley, he dropped back, and now he's going to take it. Congrats, Ryan. You are the first entry for the end of the month giveaway. So congrats. We'll do a hashtag in a little bit later and give somebody else a chance at the end of the month. We'll have to pick our books later as well. So yeah, we'll get the Ducks. The Ducks will be back. Well, I guess that since we're not doing the show next week, the Ducks will get one more week off, and then they'll be back. They'll be back. So yeah. Well, I was trying to do that for CatFan, and I guess he's sleeping in this morning, so he didn't join us. He missed it. Marcus is here. Good morning. Appreciate you being here. And we mentioned channel members, so why don't we do that? We do have channel memberships. Appreciate everybody who's channel member, the family as we like to call it here, with the the Godfather. But big shout out to all the channel members: Trev the Shipping Guru, Dr. Von Hoot's Comics from the Spiral Dimension, Seth 11, Rob Fat Stacks O Comics, The Comic Vet, IzzyVerseNYC, A Comic Bookworm, Collecting with Derrz, CatFan Comicsman, J80 Hobbies, Fanboy Prime, Comics by the Bay, Joshua Anderson, S. Vaughn 82, Philtastic Comics and Art, Comiverse, Tony, G. Malo, Madam Blaster, Evils Comics, Cliff on Comics, Angry Otter Comics, a lot of comics, Jimmy G Comics Guy, DAGR Cards, and Remy Q Studios. Appreciate all of the channel members. Thank you. Definitely going to be doing some stuff more for the channel members this year. I know I want to show a little bit of behind the scenes of the new house and the new setup. Although I haven't done much with it, but definitely going to do that. So I appreciate everybody who's channel members, and let's show some of the books. We're building a little bit of a stack for the membership giveaway this month. Move my drink. So this will be going into the prize pack for the members at the end of the month. We've got this is I forget ASM, one of the ASMs, but the X-Men Disney book. We've got Ben Reilly #1. You like a little good kiss cover? Well, there you go. We've got this really good Finch cover. Superman. This is Superman #7. We're giving away one of the Comics Curing Cancer exclusives, the Unnatural Order #1. So this comes with a Comics Curing Cancer COA. So if you didn't snag one of those, you've got one in the membership giveaway this month. And then we've got some recent books. This is Timeless #1. Just figured to pick up some of these books just in case you didn't grab them. Duke #1. I know there's a lot of buzz around the Transformers G.I. Joe universe and all the stuff that Image Comics is doing there. So, and then a little facsimile. Got Wolverine #1. That's the facsimile, and then we've got the new Teen Titans #1, another facsimile. So those are the stack of books that we're doing for the membership so far. We'll definitely be adding some more books. I actually have a few a couple exclusives coming in from Big Time Collectibles. So, Derrz, have a great day at work, sir. Appreciate you stopping in. Where's Joe? Did I miss Joe? Where's Pocan? See somebody saying hello to him? Where did I miss him? Gotta find him. Where's Mr. Pocan Joe, who's going to be a new grandfather this year? So, Joe, congrats. And I think, who else mentioned it? Comics with Bueller. Travis mentioned, posted up on Instagram. He's going to be a grandfather for the first time this year. So, really cool. Phil is here. Good morning, Phil. Appreciate you being here. There he is. There's Mr. Pocan Joe. Congrats, Joe. That is great news. Not that I have any experience being a grandfather, but my brother is, and it's great because you can spoil the grandkids and then leave. You don't have to watch them. You don't have all that responsibility of taking care of them, but you get to love them and spoil them, and then not have to clean up after them. So that's a pretty good gig, I think. See, Mr. Vaughn is here. S Vaughn 82. Good morning. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you stopping in. And I think we're back this Monday, right? The regular Monday night lineup. IzzyVerse, Scott, Comic Addicts, then Between the Lines. Then you've got Top 10 Alternatives with 22. Will, Couple Comics does Monday Night Raw. There's a whole Monday night lineup. So I think we're getting back to that. Last week we kind of took a break from the Monday night lineup as IzzyVerse celebrated his 2K milestone. So we're back. I think we're back on track for the regular Monday night lineup. So Chop is here. Good morning, Chop. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, that's definitely good stuff, man. That's excited. When you hear that, like I said, that news like that, that's great stuff. Like my niece, like I said, my niece is expecting a baby this month, so super excited for her. My sister's daughter, so super excited for her. So good stuff. Let's see. Oh, damn. Missing the Monday night lineup. Yeah. So comics I read this week. I've been trying to catch up. I was a little behind since we moved in October, and I think I'm finally caught up. I'm current on ASM, current on Miles. Still, there's a couple of little miniseries, Uncanny Spider-Man, the Nightcrawler series I just haven't read it yet. Wolverine and Predator, I have the full series. I got to read that. But I finally caught up on Moon Knight this week. So I was 3 issues behind. So 28. So this is the Jed McKay. 28, 29. So this is, spoilers if you haven't heard. It says right on the cover, The Last Days of Moon Knight. So issue 30, we see the death of Moon Knight. And this has been a really good series, a good run. I really enjoyed it. 30 issues, 30 issues in. Good stuff, good artwork. It's been an interesting story. But then they went ahead, and so they ended that series, and then they rebooted it with a new number 1. Vengeance of the Moon Knight #1, and it's basically the same team. It's McKay, it's Caputo, it's basically the same team. So I don't know why I don't know why Marvel had to reboot with a new #1. It didn't make any sense. I mean, the story just continues from issue 30 to the new issue #1. I guess it's to sell more books. I don't know. So, but I liked issue #1. I think some people said they didn't care for it. But I actually enjoyed it. I don't know if anybody else is reading it, what your thoughts were. I thought the previous, yeah, you're right. And he's back next issue. Well, yeah. And so there's a Moon Knight that's back, but we don't know the details, right? So we don't know if it is, Moon Knight who just died. We just don't know. So it's like I said, I just really don't understand why they did that. Fanboy Prime, good morning. Hope you're feeling well and the family's feeling well. I know. Oh, okay, good. That is good to hear that you're feeling better. Yeah, I know it's going around. Yeah, I guess it's the whole, maybe sell some more books and we can justify having a million variant covers with a new number one. I'm assuming that's why they do it, but I don't know. I guess we need to get used to it from a Marvel perspective because they definitely seem to be doing a lot of these, reboots or renumbering and starting from issue number one again. So it's just really, it seems to be very commonplace with them. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I like I said, I guess because the new number one justifies, well, it's a number one, so you want to pick it up. And obviously there's a first appearance of this new Moon Knight. And then, you can roll out the 30 variant covers. So, yeah, that's right. They did the same with She-Hulk, and I actually didn't pick up the new She-Hulk. I read the last run of it and then stopped because I'm just like, I had the Marvel Unlimited app that I don't use that often, and so instead of picking up so many of the floppies, I'm going to just read it through the app when they become available, and cut back on, because now there's so many Spider-Man books. You've got ASM, you've got Miles, you've got Spider-Boy, you've got Superior Spider-Man, you've got the Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Universe is coming out. There's a new ongoing Spider-Man series that kicks off in March with Miles and Peter Parker. You've got a Web of Spider-Man, which I think is just a one-shot in sometime. I think that might be in March too. So from a Spider-Man perspective, I have plenty of Spider-Man books to read and collect. So I'm trying to cut back on some of the other titles and just probably read them digitally. That's what I'm going to do. So let's see. Phil is here. Good morning, Phil. Mike wouldn't do that. Let's see. I see. What did I miss here? Scott, are we celebrating an anniversary? Did I miss it? What did I miss? Definitely want to highlight that. There it is. I missed it. Congrats, man. Congrats. Very, very happy for you. Having some personal family experience with addiction. I know how the struggle can be and how it affects people and affects their family and things like that. So that is awesome news. My dad was a recovering alcoholic. He was sober 35 years, I think, when he passed away. And I remember it. I was 5 years old when he first went to AA. I remember him going into the refrigerator and saying, "This is," drinking the last beer and saying, "This is going to be my last beer." And then he went to a meeting and he never picked up a drink again. And so I know how life-changing it can be for you and for everybody around you. So great stuff. Congrats. Like I said, that definitely hits home for me, having a dad who was in recovery, and just so proud of him and the things that he did and the work that he did with others once he got sober, trying to help other people, get sober and get things together. So certainly one of those things I was extremely proud of my dad for doing. So good stuff, man. Good stuff. Congrats. And I know there's a lot of folks in the community, in recovery from different things. So that is good stuff. Good stuff. Getting me emotional here, thinking about it. But yeah, good stuff. Some other books I've been reading. So Miles, caught up on Miles. This has been really probably the best Spider-Man title. But although Jeb McKay's run on not Jeb McKay, Zeb Wells' run on ASM has gotten a lot better. Been dropping some reviews, so definitely check those out. But Miles has been really good. We've got the Prowler, his uncle, in this issue. This was a really good issue. And then one of the last books I read this week, ASM 41, Kingpin is back. So definitely some interesting things going on with the gang war and New York City and all the kind of street level villains there. But this has been pretty good. This issue was, and we'll get to it eventually. I'll definitely be doing a review, but this was kind of one of those filler kind of fluff issues. Not a lot happened, but still interesting. So, yeah, you're right. You gotta have some good. You gotta have a good support system around you. Certainly know that. There's days that you're gonna have bad days, right? And so you need to be able to have some people around you that you can reach out to and lean on a little bit when you're having those bad days. So definitely know that. Yeah. No, I mean, and I'm the youngest of 5. And so I definitely saw the benefit of my dad, becoming sober more than some of my older brothers and sisters, because, he was more, more engaged with the family, right? Summer vacations, things like that. Just, he got things together. So, and it strengthened, my parents' marriage and all of that good stuff. So, yes, I was thinking it, but I've been pretty harsh on JR artwork. I'm just not a fan. I just don't like his style. I mean, I can appreciate everything that he does. From his dad and the work he's done over the years, but his artwork just has slipped for me. Just I don't know. It's some of his like line work that he does with hair and some of the shading that obviously Kingpin doesn't have any hair, but I don't know, man. I'm not digging JR's work. So, I know some people are fans, but it's just, it's definitely not for me. So, yeah, no. Yeah. I don't know. Like, his interiors sometimes there's certain things that he draws on the interiors of Spider-Man that are good, and then there's other frames, other panels that I look at and I'm like, I don't know what he's thinking or what he's doing. He's very inconsistent for me. Let's put it that way. But CJ, appreciate you being here. Jacob's here too. Good morning, Jacob. Appreciate you being here. Josh is here. Good morning. Josh, will you have I don't know if you saw it, but last Saturday you won one of the membership giveaways. So it's in the mail out to you now. Should have it early next week. So, yeah. And I don't know if it's the workload. Like, because he's been doing a bunch of covers. He's been doing, interiors on ASM. And it's just, I don't know. I think, I guess, Marvel wants to be respectful because of the history with him and his family and the father, but I don't know, man. I think they need an A team on ASM. They need somebody who's going to knock it out of the park. ASM is their highest selling title. And, so. Yeah, you look at some of JR's early work, and it's really good, much better than it is today. I don't know if it's, from an artist perspective, like I don't know how you lose it. Like if your art was good at one point and now it's bad, what has changed? Is it are you just lazy? Like some people have mentioned in the comments. Like I don't know how you lose that ability if you've had it. I know like obviously athletes, right? As they age, right? They're not as fast, they're not as strong, those type of things. But from an artist perspective, I don't know how you go from being, a good artist to not so good. I don't know how you lose that ability. It doesn't make sense to me. So, Steve is here. Good morning, Steve. Bizarber, good morning. Appreciate you being here, stopping in with us. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true because Spider-Man still is one of their highest selling titles. So until they see, I guess, a dip in the wallet, they're going to just continue to sell books regardless of who the writer or the artist is. So Rob is here. Good morning, Rob. Appreciate you being here. Yeah. I just there are. I've only heard a handful of people that really actually like his work, his current work. So I don't understand why they keep kind of rolling them out on some of these things. Yeah, and that's true. ASM does get published twice a month. So 24 issues a year. So yeah, I mean that could be part of it too. So let's see. So I got a couple questions for you guys now. So I've been Taylor's here. Good morning, Taylor. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully your perusing of the collection you bought has kind of wrapped up and you've found some good books. So we've been now in the South for about 3 months. Moved from New York to South Carolina. There's two things that I noticed that are different here than where I used to live in New York. Taking kids to school. Why is it such a big thing in the South? And this could be. I know there's other places. It wasn't this way in the Northeast, but parents drive their kids to school every day, and there's 100 cars lined up, dropping their kids off and picking them up at the beginning of the day, end of the day. And I don't understand it. Like there are bus service. And I grew up, go to the bus stop. Parents had to work. I had to take the bus. They didn't have time to drop me off. Both my parents worked. And even when my kids were in school and bad weather, we were in the Northeast, there were days it was 30 degrees and they were at the bus stop catching the bus because, I was getting ready to go to work. I mean, if it was really rainy, that type of thing, I would drive them to the bus stop and wait in the car and then they'd get on the bus. So, but what is the deal with this whole driving your kids to school and waiting in a bus pickup or drop off line for like a half hour? Does anybody, because I know I think it's a thing in Texas as well. I think Three Good Nerds, Justin, he drops his son and picks his son off. But I see buses around. I'm like, well, why don't these kids catch the bus? Like, why do we have to door to door them? I don't understand it. And it causes a lot of traffic. If you in the morning when you're commuting to go to work and have to drive past the school, you got to slow down because they reduce speed, and then you're dealing with all this traffic of parents dropping everybody off. So, it's kind of strange. I didn't know if anybody had any insight on it. Justin's here. Good morning, Justin. Justin just dropped. He's been doing a couple videos on his channel, so definitely go check him out. Yeah, I just, that was our thing. And I'm like, well, is it, I don't understand it. I don't, maybe because in the South, it's a little less expensive to live and parents have more availability to drive their kids. I'm not really sure. But no, we put a hat and some gloves on, man. Dress warm, go catch the bus. Like I ain't got time to be driving you to school. CatFan, he made it and he missed it. We did a cat race for you this morning and you missed it. Yeah. Well, I have another one. I have one more observation, something that I noticed here in the South, different than New York and where I lived on Long Island. The center lane, right? So most of the streets here, there's single lane streets, but most are double on both sides. So it's basically a 5-lane road, 2 lanes on either side and a middle like turning lane. But I found that the middle turning lane here in South Carolina is kind of the catch-all. It's a spot where people park their car, or if they break down, that's where they park their car. They put it in the middle lane. Or if they need to check their phone, they pull over into the middle lane. So the middle lane is kind of like a catch-all. For me, in the Northeast, the middle lane was always turning, right? Being able to get in and merge into traffic, or really to merge into traffic, or if you were making a left-hand turn across traffic, that you could use that middle lane so you don't affect the traffic behind you. But here it seems like I said, I've seen 18-wheelers parked to unload. I've seen pedestrians just hanging out in the middle lane to cross the street. It just seems a little different. Like, it's kind of, hey, we do whatever we want in the middle lane. So I don't, I'm not really sure. No, in my area, there's school bus service. So we live in a new neighborhood where there's a ton of younger families with younger kids. And there's bus service, but the parents just drive their kids to school. And I'm not sure if it's it can't really be a weather thing. It's really not that cold here. So yeah, that's interesting. California, that happens here too. Yeah, because California is, there's a ton of traffic in California. So that is really strange. We never had that fear. When our kids were really young, grade school age, we would obviously walk them to the bus stop and stay with them at the bus stop because they were younger. But as soon as they hit middle school, once they were a little bit older, a little bit more responsible, they went to the bus stop on their own. In high school, they were catching a bus at like 6:30 in the morning, and late bus to come home after activities or sports and things like that. So yeah, it's just something different that I've noticed here, and I wasn't sure if anybody, obviously it's different in different parts of the country. So yeah, that's true. Well, that's what Justin does, right? He rips cards from the car, right? Waiting in line. So, oh, okay. Maybe that's the thing. We never had. We would run into a bad bus driver here and there, just maybe like a cranky person or something like that. But we never. I don't recall any issues with bad drivers or things like that. So. Well, maybe that's it. So, Angry Otter's here. Good morning. Appreciate you being here, channel member. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, that was my wife. When she grew up, she was close, so she basically walked to school. She didn't have to worry about the bus. So, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, oh yeah, no. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just trying to understand it because, like I said, for us, our kids always took the bus. If they were late or if they had like a big school project, a trifold or something that they didn't want to mess with on the bus, we would drive them to school so that they didn't have to navigate, the bus with all this crap that they were carrying. But 90% of the time, our kids took the bus. From kindergarten through 12th grade, they took the bus. So it's just something I really noticed here. My wife and I were like, why don't these kids take the bus? But maybe it's a safety issue, maybe it's a so I can see that. I certainly you definitely want your you want your kids to be safe, that's for sure. Yeah, the one thing I noticed, the way it impacts me is if I'm driving past the school to go to work on my commute to work, that there's a lot of additional traffic because of 100 cars dropping their kids off, and then too, if you're driving past the school in the afternoon, it's the same deal. So yeah, just some differences I noticed. So we're 50 minutes in. Let us share our screen, and we will do our second giveaway. Get another duck on the end of the month race. So enter Godfather in, and we'll see who gets our second duck with Ryan. Ryan was the winner from chat last week, and we'll get somebody else. Yeah, that's a valid point. That's a valid point. Maybe that's parent child time in the drive to school. Well, that's a good thing I hadn't considered. The one thing I noticed too is the kids are out a lot more here in our new neighborhood, running around, riding bikes. We've got a nice little wooded pond area that you've probably seen me walking my dogs. I usually post something up on Instagram, but kids are out and about in the woods, hanging out, playing in the neighborhood, and so that's definitely good to see, right? That they're not just watching YouTube. Well, the only other thing I can think about that middle lane is that a lot of the roads here don't have a shoulder. So on either side, they don't have a very wide shoulder. So it's not like you can pull over to the side of the road because there's just not enough space to do that. Not enough. It's not paved. And in New York, Long Island, you always had enough room that you could pull off to the side of the road if you had to, look at your phone, or if you had an issue with your car, you could pull off to the side of the road. There was always a buffer there. And there's not a lot of buffer on the side of the roads, on some of the roads here. So maybe that's why people utilize the middle lane, I guess, maybe. I can only assume. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. Like 18-wheelers just stopped in the middle of that lane. I saw last night, I think on my way home from work, I think there was a car that maybe the car was kind of parked sideways. So I don't know if the car was, broken down, but there was nobody in the car. So there was just a car parked in the middle lane, and it wasn't even centered in the lane. It was kind of like almost in one of the other traffic lanes, and just there was no driver. It was just left there. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. That's what do you? So, CJ, you have kids, and you've got a high school kid. Do they take the bus, or does somebody drive them to school? Let me know. New York, you take the bus. Get on the bus, damn it. Taco's here. Good morning. Appreciate you being here. Yes. Yeah, I'm starting to sound like get off my lawn, huh? Yeah, and certainly, obviously, there's a lot of sensitivity around what some of the things that have gone on in schools, safety in schools, right? Some of the shootings. Obviously, Colorado, Mike, where you are, Columbine was kind of the big one that kind of, led into the last 20 years of things in school. So I didn't. We never had a safety concern with our. We never had a safety concern with our kids riding the bus. So the only concern we ever had was sometimes they'd run into another kid who was a bad apple. There was this one kid on one of our buses who was just a constant pain in the ass, and it was just we tried to address it with their parents, and the parents were just dummies. And so that's the only thing we ever ran into. We never ran into an issue with safety from a bus driver or bus driving. But so Fanboy didn't have a show this morning, CatFan. He's a little bit under the weather, so all right, yeah. So just some adjustments that we're trying to make here in the new state. Jay is here. Good morning, Jay. Another one of our channel members. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, no, the roads here are in good shape. Obviously, you don't have some of the weather that you have in the Northeast, where you have water and freezing and potholes and those type of things. But like I said, the only thing I really noticed from a road perspective is not a lot of shoulder on the road. So Too late for me, Taylor. I mean, we already had 3, so not much I can do. I can't reverse that now. But point taken. Point taken to those who don't want to hear me complain about parenting stuff. That's funny. All right, let me just make sure I'm not missing anybody up. Let's see with Joe. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. But for us, for example, kids in our neighborhood, the elementary school is like a mile and a half away. It's on a major road, so you certainly wouldn't want the kids to be walking to school, but it's very close. So it would be a short bus ride. But I have heard that, right? If depending on where the school is located and where you live, and some places are a little bit more, not suburban, a little bit more rural. So I can definitely see that. It might be a long ride for them. So yeah, that definitely makes sense to me. Yeah, that's what we used to do as the kids when the kids were really young. We would go to the bus stop with them in the morning. But I said it's pretty much once they hit middle school, or even maybe 5th or 6th grade when they were a little bit older, we didn't do that anymore. When they were in kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade, yeah, we were at the bus stop. Somebody was at the bus stop with them. Yeah, I guess maybe. Yeah, maybe we're a little bit more. We're more tougher on our kids, right? Maybe that's it. Let's see. Yeah, no. Mike mentioned that it's a valid point and not something I considered. We had a couple little scares at the high school. There was an alleged plot. Some kids looking to do some damage and hurt some other kids in the school at one point. But it was somebody became aware of it. It got reported and it was taken care of before anything actually ever happened. So definitely, definitely, definitely not minimizing the concern that people may have for that. So yeah, that was basically it. I took the bus to school until I was old enough. I think my senior year I drove to school. And picked up a bunch of friends. Jacob, yeah, good to see you. I got to catch up on some of your videos. I know you've got a couple CGC unboxing stuff coming up. So, yeah, yeah. No, that was one of the things because when my kids were in school, my wife was kind of working like part time, not full time. So she was usually available in the morning to be able to take the kids to school when I was getting ready for work. So, AR is here aggressively. Appreciate you being here. Yeah. That one has me more baffled than driving kids to school because I've seen some craziness going on in the middle lane. It's like a free for all out there. So that one I don't understand. So, all right, let's get ready to run this. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess your son's probably old enough where he's almost driving, I would think, right? Because that happened to us too. At one point, the kids were old enough where they had a car and they drove to school. They actually had one car and they shared it, but yeah, yeah. I mean, you had to have some tough skin to ride the bus because you could run into some bad apples for sure. Yeah, that would be interesting in New York City to have to run to actually take like a train or the subway to get to school. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. We certainly have some interesting things with guns and that kind of stuff. So, yep. Yeah, I used to deal with, I definitely grew a thick skin and some sarcastic. I had to be quick with the respond to the mama jokes and things like that when riding the bus for sure. 23. A Surfer is here all the way from Hawaii. Appreciate you being here, brother. 80s guy is here too. Definitely. I am way behind on the comments still. We will. I'm going to be doing. I was actually just thinking about that today, this morning before the show. We'll be doing probably an early end of the month, maybe early February, kind of a live stream to kind of collect all of the new ideas. I have a list of ideas, suggestions from people from last year. We'll kind of review it, kind of do a live stream, get some good feedback from the chat, and then once we kind of get all of that feedback and figure out any changes for the new, for this year's CBC Awards, then we'll make some announcements. I have a tentative schedule already for when things will kick off, but I want to kind of have that live stream and get everybody's feedback, and then kind of go from there. So soon, I'm working on it. We're in the new year, and looking forward to doing that. Yeah, yeah, you run into that all the time with with bullies, and you ran into it. I ran into it at school. My son and daughter, there was a kid in the neighborhood who was just the biggest pain in the ass. His parents, you couldn't deal, the parents were difficult to deal with. We tried to reach out to them to kind of, come to some agreement that we could just live peacefully on the bus. This kid was just a pain in the ass for years. And eventually that family moved, which was the best thing that ever happened to us. But I'm sure he moved to somewhere other neighborhood and was harassing some other kids. So, yeah. All right, let's run this. 28 folks in out of 40. So we'll give you a couple more seconds if you want to get in. Get in. Wow. Didn't know that, Rob. Was that in California? Let's see. Roscoe's here. 62 is here. Good morning. Appreciate you guys hanging out. So. All right. Well, we got 31. We're going to run this. Good luck. We'll see who gets another duck for the end of the month giveaway, and then we'll pull some books. We're running late, but Philtastic is not live this morning, so Joffrey is the winner. Congrats, Joffrey. You'll get a duck for the end of the month. And let's see what books we've got. Oh. All right, CJ. You want some front to back, back to front? So we've got one. Sounds like a thick boy. We'll go 2. Chicago's here. Good morning, Chicago. Appreciate you being here. The big fantasy football winner. Chicago was the winner of the Comic Book Community Fantasy Football League. He took down Collecting with Derrz in the finals to win this year's league. All right, let's see what we got. We pulled 5 books. Let's see what we got. We've got Team X, Team 7. Oh, we've got we'll have to pull another book because this is the Trick or Read Moon Knight. This is kind of a free comic book day. So let me pull one more book. Let's see what we pulled. Whoa. She-Hulk #1. This is the facsimile. We've got Star Wars, The High Republic, Trail of Shadows #3. We've got Shadow of the Bat. This is issue 12. We've got, this is Batman Special Edition #1. Warner Brothers Studio Tour. I think this was a free comic book day book as well, so we'll pull one more book. Let's see what we got. Oh, hey, that's a good pull. This is the Alex Ross Timeless Villains cover. This is an ASM book. little black cat goodness. So there you go. So a couple extra pulls because of the free comic book day books. So we're building a stack, and right now we've got Ryan and Joffrey are the two. That'll be in. So yes, we Rob set the bar very high with his giveaways on Only Slabs, so we modeled our giveaways after what he does over there. I mean, it's so good. Why you gotta duplicate it. Nice. Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me this morning. We had a lot of people. It was a little light morning, Saturday morning, but I was looking at the schedule. So I thought maybe John's Comics with Kids was going live at 11:30. I didn't see anything, so I don't think he's live today. But you've got Only Slabs today at 2:30. I know there's a bunch of shows tonight. I think Mike and TM Nerdy and Cliff are doing a show at 7. I think Gary B has a special 10-1-1. I'm not sure if Mad Spidey's going to be doing the Outback. You've got 23 Munch and DAGR Cards with their videos leading up to Spine Ticks tonight at 11. So definitely go check out. You got some plenty of stuff going on this afternoon. So thank you, Roscoe. And we'll mention it here. I'm not sure if we mentioned it. We have the Godfather logo that I actually put together, but we have a very special Godfather logo that Roscoe, the Comic Book Community Award winning artist for 2023, will be doing for us here on the channel. So can't wait to reveal that. So Roscoe, I have commissioned the award winning artist Roscoe to work on a new Godfather logo for me. So can't wait to unveil that. Yeah, no, I took the bus. But I appreciate everybody. Oh, Triple G. Oh, that's right. Triple G, right? So Triple G follows Only Slabs. So I think it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock Eastern, 4 p.m. Eastern, which is, I think it's evening for him. But definitely go check that out. I know Dr. Von Hoot usually hangs out. Rob sometimes hangs out. I've seen Chris the Comic Vet on Triple G's channel as well. Triple G's got a great channel. If you're not familiar with him, you definitely got to go check out his channel. He's always doing some good stuff there. So appreciate everybody hanging out with us this morning. Have a great rest of your weekend. And again, no show next Saturday. We're going to take a break so I can go hit a con. But we'll be doing a live birthday stream Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Derrz over on Derrz's channel. Derrz, myself, and William from the Nerdy Weds will be hanging out, all birthday boys, on January 11th. So definitely go. We got to get that scheduled. I don't think Derrz has it scheduled, but we'll be on the lookout for that. So I'm sure we'll post it up on Instagram as well. So Frog, yeah, thank you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Listen to me complain about school buses and the middle lane. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Let's see. What are we going to leave you with? Well, we'll see if I get a copyright claim on this one, but we'll give you something new I put together. Have a great weekend, everybody.
You want to play games? Okay. I play with him. Come on. Okay. You want to play rough? Okay. Say hello to my little friend. Okay. You want to play rough? Okay.
You're still here. It's over. Go home. Oh, you're expecting a teaser for Deadpool 2. Well, we don't have that kind of money. We expecting Sam Jackson show up with an eye patch and a saucy little leather number? Go.